Welcome back to the pregame show brought to you by Sweeties Clothing here on ESPN. We're at game number 3 of day number 2 from our 2023 Kenai River Challenge and the Craig Young Kenai River Challenge. And tonight is the Kenai Cardinals taking on the Mount Edgecumbe Braves. Mount Edgecumbe Braves dominate this tournament in day number 1, and the Cardinals have a big game in front of them tonight against Mount Edgecumbe. Coming in, both teams, girls and boys, scoring over 70 points apiece last night here. The Cardinals split their games last night, a win and a loss last night in action here for the Cardinals. Nick, you covered both those games.
Yeah, the girls team was kind of the lone savior for Peninsula teams represented last night. Both So-High boys teams lost to Mount Edgecumbe, and the Kenai boys lost to Reddington, and that put it all on the shoulders of the Kenai girls, and they came out against Reddington, and they lit it up. They looked very solid, had a great showing. They came away in that one with a win by a final score of 60-22. So it's a very impressive showing for the girls. The boys, they had a final score of 56-39. They dropped that one to the Huskies from Reddington. That was Doyle Bond. We talked a lot about him in the last game against the Stars. Stars kind of figured out how to manage him, just put some pressure on him, drive at him, get him in foul trouble, and that's what So-High did. Kenai had him at 4 fouls for about a quarter and a half and couldn't get that last foul on him. So he took over. He had 33 points in the game for the Huskies last night. So very good showing for the out-of-town team, Stars and Cardinals looking to bounce back tonight. Cardinal girls have their hands full in this one against the Mount Edgecumbe Braves.
Yeah, Braves coming in there very strong here tonight, and they are going to be battling strong against the Kenai Cardinals. So Cardinals, like you mentioned, have a lot in front of them here tonight. Like I mentioned, this is game number 3. After this, the boys will get their chance at Mount Edgecumbe. Then tomorrow, Mount Edgecumbe and Reddington will play each other, and then Kenai Soldano will get 2 games tomorrow here at Kenai Central High School. We'll go ahead and send it back to the studios for a 1-minute timeout. We come back. It'll be time now for the start of the lineups, brought to you in part by Genwar Towing and Recovery. It's next, the Sweeties pregame show, 60 seconds here on ESPN.
Welcome back to Kenai Cardinals basketball. Girls playing in this first game. They're taking on the Mount Edgecumbe Braves. Your boys will play later on in about an hour and a half at 7:30. That's when the boys' game is scheduled to tip off. The girls will get you right into those Genwar Towing and Recovery starting lineups for the Kenai girls. We've got number 10, Alex Nelson. Number 22, Emily Wilson.
Right. Good evening and welcome to Kenai Central High School's Cliff Massey Court. This is
They're just getting their jerseys set up. They got the warm-ups covering the jerseys. Okay, number 00, Sierra Hirsch for number 33, Elsie Miller, and number 14, Avia Miller. So I think we've got a pair of sisters who can play on the starting lineup over for Mount Edgecumbe.
Number 2,
we are going to have number 20, that's Bessie Williams. Number 22, Tessa Anderson. Number 23, Cheyenne Otten. Number 13, Carlise O'Brien. And number 12, Lucy Capel. It's our Genwar Towing and Recovery starting lineups. Genwar, when you need a towing and recovering a vehicle, Genwar Towing and Recovery. 907-3946-068. General Towing and Recovery sponsor of your starting lineups at 907-3946-068. You can hear it on the phone here. Announce it to the kid. We are in the massive for this one. Last night, as we said earlier in the pregame show. The Cardinals took on the Reddington Huskies. We're going to actually stand up here, keep you right here for the national anthem.
Oh, say can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming. And the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, came through the night, that our flag was still there. Oh, sing us that star-spangled banner yet wave, o'er the land of the free, and the home of love.
Thank you for sticking with us through the national anthem there. It's ESPN 1140, 96.9 FM, RadioKenai.com. Cardinal girls basketball about to take on the Mount Edgecumbe Braves. Mount Edgecumbe making the trip all the way up from southeast Alaska. Long trip for them, longest of anybody in the tournament, that's for sure. Last night, Mount Edgecumbe took on the Lady Stars, and it was a bit of a bloodbath. They finished with a final score of Mount Edgecumbe 75, Stars 43. So beat them by 32 points. And here we go, both teams making their way out to center court. Thank you for listening to the Sweeney's pregame show. Thank you to all of our sponsors here for Peninsula Sports this season. We've got number 23, Cheyenne Otten. She's going to go up against Avia Miller for the Stars. Miller gets the tip, gets it back to Emily Wilson. Wilson will bring it up the near side. Cardinals going left to right. The Braves will be going right to left. Wilson working it back and forth around the perimeter, drawing defenders to herself. She dumps it over to Hirschberger. Hirschberger into Miller. Miller dumps it into the middle, but she has it stolen away. And taken by Carlise O'Brien. O'Brien gets it over to Anderson. Anderson gets it inside. Drives in, shoots up. It's rebounded by Tahira Akaran, and she puts it back up and in for two. Full court press is on. There's a steal by the Braves right underneath the basket. That's Carlise O'Brien. She goes up and draws a foul and gets the bucket. So that's two already for O'Brien. 2 baskets, and she makes her and one. So 5-0 here, the score right away. The Braves on top of the Cardinals. Braves bringing the full court press again. Alex Nelson, though, bringing it up the near side, gets around the press. All 5 points for the Braves so far, courtesy of Carlise O'Brien. Hirschberger trapped on the perimeter on the near side, dumps it inside, gets taken away. That's going to be Tahira Akaran. She's going to try and go all the way, but she picks up her dribble, but doesn't stop picking up her feet, and she'll get called for a travel. Cardinals going to inbound this one. Hirschberger trying to find somebody to work to beat the full court press. Goes all the way to half court with the pass to Alex Nelson. She's going to drive right into the lane. She goes up and it rolls off the outside of the rim. Here come the Braves all the way back down. An outlet pass. It's SU O'Brien. She's got 7 for the Braves to start this one off. Cardinals bring it back to the other end. Wilson working her way around the perimeter. Picks up her dribble, though, after she dribbles the ball off her leg. Needs some help. Hirschberger comes to save in. Gets the handoff there. Hirschberger now at the perimeter. Dumps it inside to Elise Miller. She puts it up. It's off the backboard, off the front of the rim. Rebounded by Avia Miller. Their sisters working down low there together, I'm assuming. I could be wrong. Elsie Miller, she's going to inbound it to Avia. Avia over to Hirschberger. Hirschberger out to Elsie. Elsie drives and takes about a 20-foot shot from the baseline. Goes all the way over the rim. Rebounded by the Braves. They're going to take it and drive it all the way to the other end. Bessie Williams puts up a shot, no good. Rebound goes to O'Brien. O'Brien's shot, no good. This rebound goes to Hirschberger, but she immediately gets tied up by Bessie Williams, and we'll get a jump ball. Possession stays with the Braves. Williams is going to inbound this one from her own baseline. Goes all the way to the top of the key. Here's a three-point shot up off the back of the iron. No good. That was Cheyenne Houghton on it. Rebound. Braves pick it up. No good. Cardinals get the rebound. Hirschberger bringing it up the near side. O'Brien pokes it away out of bounds. And the Cardinals will inbound from the sideline in the backcourt. Full court press is on. Looking for somebody to pass to. Not a whole lot of movement. We're going to get a timeout here called by head coach Joe Shirley for the Cardinals. We'll take a 30-second break, and we'll be right back here for Cardinals basketball on ESPN 1140. Cardinals basketball. Hirschberger inbounds this one to Wilson in the backcourt. Wilson brings it up the near side, and she goes right to the corner, comes back and draws a foul. That one is going to go against Tessa Anderson. That'll be her first. First team foul in the quarter for the Cardinals, or for the Braves. Wilson gets it. She's going to just hold her ground up there at the half-court line. As a reach-in, ball gets knocked away. I think that was Bessie Williams on the tip. It goes all the way out of bounds the other side. Hirschberger is going to inbound this one on the far side. Gets it into Avia Miller. She loses a shoe. Gets a on-court official timeout from the referee. Not sure if that one just popped off or if she had somebody step on her foot. Hirschberger's going to inbound this one again. To the far side. 5 minutes and 27 seconds on the Three Bears Alaska scoreboard. Wilson takes the inbounds pass, goes into the backcourt. Wants to take it right on the line, gets it over to Hirschberger. Hirschberger on the near side of the three-point line. Cannot break through. Stiff defense from the Braves. Hirschberger looking for somebody, goes all the way over the top to the other side, where it's taken by Nelson. Nelson's trying to drive, loses her dribble, and it's taken away by the Braves. Tahira Karen bringing it in. Goes up, rebound by O'Brien. O'Brien out to number 20, Bessie Williams, and Williams puts it up and in from outside the arc for 3, and that's going to give the Braves 10 points. Cardinals inbound. Wilson trying to work it around the full court press. She gets it to Hirschberger. Hirschberger gets it across the half-court line, and then it's immediately taken away by O'Brien, who will run to the other end for an easy 2 points. O'Brien with 9 of the Braves' 12 points here in the first quarter. Nice inbound pass from Hirschberger. Beats the full court press. Wilson takes it. Elsie Miller takes the pass on the inside. She's tied up very quickly by Tahira Karen. And that'll be a jump ball. Cardinals keep possession. 12-0 with 4 minutes and 20 seconds on the clock. Hirschberger has it at the top of the key, gets it inside to Miller. Miller drives, lays it up and in. First 2 points of the game for the Cardinals. Braves inbound it. We'll be going right to left here. O'Brien bringing it across half court. She'll slow it down, dumps it over to the far corner outside the three-point line. Here's a drive on the baseline. That's Williams, and her shot is off the backboard, rebounded by the Cardinals, and then it's slapped out of bounds. That was Tessa Anderson for the Braves, who knocked that one out of bounds. Checking in for the Cardinals, Grace Kahn. She will inbound it here, gets it to Emily Wilson, the Cardinals player of the game for last night against the Huskies. Kahn is going to work back and forth, gets it across half court. Not quite. She gets tied up, saves it, and then tries to pass it down, and it's quickly taken away by the Braves. Tahira McCarran drives it down and lays it up and in for 2. Here comes Nelson, working quickly back the other way for the Cardinals. She's under the basket, gets it over to Avia Miller, who puts it up off the backboard. No good. Rebound, Elsie Miller kicks it out to Wilson. Wilson hands it over to Nelson, who gets her pocket pick. Nope, it's a reaching foul. That one goes against Tessa Anderson. That is her second. Team second foul. Team third foul. First period. Inbounds pass from Kahn. Stolen by the Braves. They're going to go all the way to the other end and drive, a layup, and a bucket. Tessa Anderson with that one. Score now 16-2 here in the first period. Cardinals trailing the Braves. There's an inbounds pass stolen by the Braves. They respond to shot, rebound, kick back out to number 20. That's Bessie Williams, and she puts it up and in for another quick 2. Kenai taking a 60-second timeout. They want to talk this one over. We'll take 60 seconds as well. We'll be right back here on Cardinals Basketball on ESPN 96.9 anthem. To Kenai Cardinals basketball. I'm Nick Sorrell on the microphone for you this evening. Cardinals girls taking on the Mount Edgecumbe Braves, and they're in a deep hole very quickly. They inbound and bring it across half court, and it's already stolen away by the Braves. That's number 15, Brooke Markoff. She loses her dribble now, and it's taken by the Cardinals. Lucy Miller, she's going to bring it up the near side, going left to right. Has to pick up her dribble though. She's trapped right in the corner and throws it to nobody in the corner. Down by the baseline, and it goes off. The score right now is 18 for the Braves and 2 for the Cardinals. So a bit of a lopsided first quarter here, but the Cardinals hoping to respond. They're going to have to figure out a way to beat the consistent, constant pressure from the Braves. Braves have it now on their own end over the near side of the perimeter. Beat it back up top to Lucy Capel. Capel over the far side to Markoff. Markoff feeds it inside. It's tipped out of bounds by the Cardinals. That going off. Elsie Miller. Good Markoff for the Braves and inbound it. On their own baseline. 2 minutes and 5 seconds on the Braves last score for an inbound pass. Shot up, no good. Rebound. Braves put back. Lucy Capel. Another time. Right. Hirschberger brings it across half court. Moving left to right. So Hirschberger Nelson. Nelson's pass into Miller. Right under the basket. She's got a little bit of noise in the defense here in the first quarter. Braves quickly coming back. Markoff has it at the point. She gets it over to Capel. Capel back to the top of the key there to Karen. Karen inside to Markoff. Markoff drives in, shoots it out of 12-footer. 22-4 now. Cardinals trailing the Braves. There's a pass inside to Elsie Miller. She gets it over to the other side to her counterpart at the low post, Micah Phillips, who kicks it all the way back out to Race Kahn drives into the lane, has it taken away, but it's picked up there by Phillips. Gets it out to Nelson at the perimeter. And Nelson is fouled by Lucy Capel. That's the fourth team foul for the Braves here in the first quarter. Capel's first foul. Pass inbounds goes to the backcourt to Hirschberger. Across half court. She's getting double teamed very quickly. Tries to spin, has her pocket there. Goes up and has the ball knocked out. It goes out of bounds. Contact with no foul. Marcotte on the baseline goes all the way to the top of the key with the pass. That's number 10. Reagan David, she's going to try, goes up off the backboard. No good. Rebound, Elsie Miller gets it over Wilson. Wilson driving quickly up the near side. Spins at the three-point line. Goes right to the key. Gets it to Nelson. Nelson puts it out. No good. Ball is loose here. Steves picks it up for the Braves. Stolen away by Kimberly Miller, but then she's standing on the sideline. So out of bounds. 22-4 is the score here in the first quarter. The Braves on top of the Kenai Cardinals. Three-pointer by Marcotte. No good. Rebound by Steves. Taken away by Elsie Miller. Cardinals are going to have to work quickly with under 10 seconds to play. Hirschberger trying to drive across. Draws some contact there in that court. And she will go to the line. That is the fifth foul this quarter for the Braves. That was on Neil Johnson. That's her first. Hirschberger at the line. Cardinals are going to try and cut into this 18-point deficit that they've accrued here in the first quarter. Hirschberger's first free throw is pending. It's up and it's good. 5 points now for the Cardinals here in the first against the Mount Edgecumbe Braves. Hirschberger's second free throw. She dribbles once, twice, 3 times, 4 times, and puts it up. It's a little bit short off the front of the air, but she gets her own rebound. She drives in, lays it up. It's no good off the back rim. And after one period in the books, Cardinals trail the Mount Edgecumbe Braves by 17, 22-5. Braves on top of this one. We're back in 60 seconds for the second quarter. You're listening to Kenai Cardinals basketball on WSP 1140 96.9 FM, radiokenai.com. Welcome back to Kenai Cardinals basketball. I'm Nick Sorrell bringing you your play-by-play tonight. Lady Cardinals taking on the Lady Braves from Mount Edgecumbe. Mount Edgecumbe getting the inbounds pass to start the quarter. Aaron pass goes out of bounds. Cardinals responding here. They're going to take this one inbounds. Comes across half court. Now down into the low post. Back up to Wilson at the top of the key. She's going to dribble left or right. Almost loses control of the ball. Has to pick up her dribble. Gets it into Elsie Miller. Miller takes some contact. Drives into the lane. And she will get called for a double dribble. 7 minutes and 35 seconds on the clock. Mount Edgecumbe on top of this one by a score of 22-5. Ryan brings it across the half-court line. There's a pass to Hira Karen. She kicks it back out to the top of the key. That's Bessie Williams. She drives in, puts it up, no good off the line. And see Miller with the rebound, gets it to the Hirschberger. And the Cardinals will reset. They'll bring this one across half court. Miller looking for Wilson gets her over on the near side. Wilson still outside. Picks up a dribble, throws it into Miller, but that one's knocked away by Cheyenne Otten. Here come the Braves. A pass in the lane, though, from Bessie Williams. It's taken away by Emily Wilson. Here comes Nelson. She's going to go across half court. Goes left side to Hirschberger. Hirschberger back to the right at the top of the key. Picks up her dribble. She's pivoting. Dumps it in at the free throw line to Miller. Miller puts it up in. It's good. 6 points so far for Elsie Miller in this one. Cardinals 7 points now. Here's a three-pointer from the Braves. It's off the rim. No good. That was Tessa Anderson on the shot. Braves the rebound. Anderson gets it back in the lane, and she puts it up, and it's in, and it's good. Braves backing off the full court aggressive. Letting the Cardinals bring it across. Wilson has it. Looking for a lane to work with. Passes over to Hirschberger, but it's taken away by the Braves. No, we're going to get a jump ball. Possession will stick with the Cardinals. Check it in. Kenai. Micah Phillips. She will come in for Hirschberger as will number 24, Grace Kahn. Kahn will inbound it to Wilson. Wilson at the top of the key. Goes left. Passes to Nelson. Nelson can't handle the pass, and it goes out of bounds. It's another turnover for the Cardinals. They trail by 17 here in the second quarter. 5 minutes and 57 seconds to go on your Three Bears Alaska scoreboard. 24 points for the Mount Edgecumbe Braves. 7 points for the Kenai Cardinals. Mount Edgecumbe brings it across. Here's a three-pointer from the far corner off the backboard. No good. Rebound. Alex Nelson. She goes down and she's tied up. Jump ball possession stays with Mount Edgecumbe. They're going to try to inbound it quickly. They go all the way to the top of the key. Williams drives, puts it up, and in. It's good. No, not Williams. That's Anderson. Shot. 26-7 now in favor of the Mount Edgecumbe Braves. Here's Wilson. She's going to drive baseline. Tries to lay it up and in front of the basket. Barely kisses the front of the rim, and it'll go off a Cardinal hand and out of bounds. Mount Edgecumbe inbounding here very quickly, going right to left. O'Brien dumps it down into the low post. That's Otten. She tries to lay it up and in. It's no good. Rebound Cardinals. Flavia Miller loses it under the basket, though. There's a shot. No good. Rebounded by Grace Kahn. She's got it taken away. So the Braves with very solid pressure. Right off some rebounds under the basket. Even when they're not getting the offensive board, they're very quickly getting hands on basketball. 26-7 inbounds pass from the Braves. Goes around to the near side corner. Three-pointer in and out. No good. And this one goes off a Braves hand and out of bounds. Cardinals will take possession. 5 minutes and 2 seconds on the Three Bears Alaska scoreboard. It's girls basketball here, first of 2 games. Boys will come on next for Kenai. Kenai boys will take on the Mount Edgecumbe Braves. After the girls game is final. We're in the second quarter here. Cardinals driving, going baseline is Emily Wilson. Ball comes out, and it's a shot. It's up. It's good. Grace Kahn. About 15 feet. Comes O'Brien. She's going to try and shoot a three-pointer. It's up, no good, off the backboard. Gets her own rebound, though, and puts it up and in. And it's good. Carlise O'Brien, her first bucket of the quarter. And we're going to get a 5-player swap out here for the Braves, as they are on top of the Cardinals by 19. We've got Lucy Capel, Cheyenne Steves, Brooke Markov, Reagan David, all on the court here, and Camille Johnson. Johnson has it at the top of the key, gets it up to Markov in the near corner. Markov drives, goes with a hook shot, no good off the rim. Rebound is Reagan David, and she will spin and put that one underneath. The score is now 30-9, Braves on top of the Cardinals. Emily Wilson crosses half court, going left to right. Take it over to the far corner now. At least Elsie Miller's about to check out. Here's an inbounds pass to Grace Kahn. She's into the basket. Tries to go over to Micah Phillips, but it's through the hands of Phillips and out of bounds. Return over to the Cardinals. Elsie Miller on the court. She will replace Micah Phillips. Camille Johnson's going to inbound it here to Markoff. Markoff going right to left, brings it across half court. Far corner shot just inside the 3-point line, no good. Rebound by Reagan David. She puts it up, no good. Rebound by Miller. Now Emily Wilson's going to bring it across half court. She rounds the corner, goes baseline, lays it up off the front of the iron, no good. Ball comes down, pulled down by Elsie Miller, but see if we're going to get a foul here. Reagan David was tied up with Miller. David comes up a little bit late, holding the right elbow. 3 minutes and 18 seconds in the second quarter. David's going to come out for Tahira Akarman. Inbounds pass by the Cardinals. I think they call that one a jump ball. So Cardinals maintain possession. 3-point shot by Elsie Miller over the rim. No good. It's going to bounce all the way out of bounds. Only one foul so far in this quarter. That one against the Cardinals. Braves bringing this one across half court. Here's a shot from the baseline. No good. It's a foul. That foul against Alex Nelson. It's her second of the game. And that will send Camille Johnson to the line. First free throw is up and good. Hirschberger checks in now for Grace Kahn. Johnson, 2 dribbles at the line, puts it up. Second free throw is no good. Rebound to Tahira Akarman. Allen taken away. Pass by Wilson. She goes all the way to the other end. And it is good. Wilson with her first 2 points of the game here in the second quarter. Markoff has it now at the top of the key, coming back across half court for the Braves. She goes to the far corner to Tahira Akarman. She will drive baseline, goes for the lay-in. It's no good. They will get Emily Wilson with the foul. That's her first. Karen's first free throw rims in and out, no good. 2 minutes and 42 seconds to play here in the second quarter. Cardinals trailing the Braves by 20. Karen's second free throw is good. By 21, the Cardinals trail. 32-11 is the score. Mount Edgecumbe Braves on top of the Cardinals. Emily Wilson brings it across half court. Long 2 for Alex Nelson. Count it. It's good. Shot from the baseline on the far side. Mount Edgecumbe bringing it across half court. Carlise O'Brien should go over the court. Here's Markoff from the top. 3-pointer splash. Good. With a 3-pointer to make it 35-13. Here's a 3-pointer from Alex Nelson off front of the iron. No good. She gets her rebound. Up and in and one with the foul. Great sequence here for Alex Nelson. Back-to-back baskets from her for the Cardinals. Gets her own rebound off the missed 3-point attempt. And now she's at the line. Free throw is up and in. Nelson with 5 points in the second quarter. Markoff bringing it across, calling for a play here for the Braves. O'Brien, her pass is knocked down by the Cardinals, but she picks it up again as it was loose and drives and scores. It's Carlise O'Brien. She's got 4 this quarter, and 9 for her in the first. Emily Wilson drives all the way to the right side of the lane. Pass is taken away by number 2, Tahira Akarman, and she drives all the way to the lanes up and in. 39-16 now the score. Cardinals trailing. Mount Edgecumbe Braves. Timeout here by the Cardinals. Joe Shirley wants to talk this one over with his team with just under 90 ticks in the second quarter. We'll be back in 60 seconds on ESPN 1140. Cardinals basketball. We'll be back in 60. She's got 6 points here in the second quarter. We're a minute away from halftime. Stick around for that. We'll get you the halftime report brought to you by the Best Shop. There's a ball knocked down by the Mount Edgecumbe Braves off the leg of Sierra Hirschberger and out of bounds. That's a turnover. The Braves take over. They drive right down to the top of the key. Pass in under the basket. That's pass back out from Cheyenne Steves, taken away by the Cardinals. A foul here. That foul against Brooke Margoff. Second team foul for the Braves in the second quarter. Under a minute to play now on the Three Bears Alaska scoreboard. Cardinals will inbound. In just a moment, they trail by a score of 41-16. In the second quarter, inbounds pass goes to Wilson. Wilson gets it right back over to Micah Phillips. Phillips back to Wilson. Wilson in trouble. She's going to have to get it to Phillips. Near half court, Phillips finally gets it across the line to Nelson. Nelson to Miller. Miller goes baseline. Finds Kahn. Kahn lays it up. Nice passing. That sequence by the Cardinals. Grace Kahn now with 4 points in the second quarter. Under 30 now. Carlisa O'Brien has it at the top of the key for the Braves. She gets it into the lane. That is Tahira Karen. She's going to go up, and she'll be fouled. They called that foul on 33. That is Elsie Miller. That's her first of the game. Karen's first free throw up and good. 21 seconds to play. Braves on top of the Cardinals by a score of 42-18. Lane violation, though, against the Braves. So that second free throw go down is no good. Kahn is going to inbound here to Wilson. Wilson takes it on the run. She's coming up the near side. She's going to drive all the way. Gets stuck right at the inside of the lane there. Puts it up, though, on a spin move. Nice move. No good, though, off the rim. Long pass for the Braves to Carlisa O'Brien. Hitting it right under the basket. She lays that one up. She's got 8 now in the first quarter. Miller puts it back. Travis Myers in the first half. 24-18 is your score. Braves on top of the Cardinals. It's basketball here. We'll be back in 60 seconds for the Best Shot halftime report. The next round of Vancouver tonight. You're listening to Cardinals basketball on ESPN 1140, 96.9 FM radio, Kenai.com.
All right, halftime show will be presented by our Kenai Cardinal cheerleaders.
Welcome back to Kenai girls basketball. Cardinals taking on the Mount Edgecumbe Braves. Mount Edgecumbe made the trip all the way out up to the Panhandle in southeast Alaska. Long trip for them, but well worth it, it would seem. They are dominating in every game they're playing thus far. This one at halftime is 50-18 in favor of Mount Edgecumbe Braves. It's time now for halftime. Brought to you by the message. If you need tires for your vehicle, stop by the best shop on KD State Road. Prices on tires. They carry winter tires, summer tires, heavy equipment tires. Best shop has what you need. Buy your tires anywhere else. Check with the best shop on KD State Tire Store. You can call 907-262-8785. Again, that's 907-262-8785. Best shop, official sponsor of the halftime. As we said, score here at the half between the girls teams for the Mount Edgecumbe Braves and the Kenai Cardinals favors the Braves 44-18. They had 22 in the first quarter, another 22 in the second. Cardinals only had 5 points in the first quarter. They were able to more than double that in the second quarter when they picked up 13 more to give them their score of 18. Sierra Hirschberger has 1 point for the Cardinals. Alex Nelson with 5. She picked up all 5 of those in the second quarter. Had a nice string, a nice sequence of play where she scored back-to-back buckets for the Cardinals, as well as making a jump shot where she was fouled and made the N1 free throw. So that was going to the second quarter. Emily Wilson last night for the Cardinals has 2 points in the first half. Grace Vaughn coming off the bench for 4 points. And Kelsey Miller leading the Cardinals with 6 points in the first half. Over on the Edgecumbe side, Camille Johnson 1 point. Tahira Akira 6 points in the first half. Reagan David, she's got 2. Elise O'Brien over the Mount Edgecumbe Braves, 17 points in the first half. Cassie Williams, she's got 3 points. And Tessa Anderson finishes it out for the Braves. She's got 6. It's the halftime report brought to you by the Best Shop. We're going to take a 60-second break, and when we come back, we'll talk a little bit about what happened in the earlier games between the Stars and the Reddington Huskies. You're listening to Cardinals basketball on ESPN 1140, 96.9 FM, RadioKenai.com. Hey, who do I got over there this game? Grace, how you doing tonight? Good. The Stars took on the Reddington Huskies. Both girls and boys teams were able to pick up wins. Tonight, both of them dropped their games against the Mount Edgecumbe Braves last night. For the girls, they're coached by the Stars. They're coached by Eric Pomerleau. They knocked off the Huskies by a score of 57-13. Held Redington to just over 3 points per quarter. Nice showing for the Stars, Lady Stars, in that second game for them of this tournament. Player of the game now was Juliet Innes. She finished the game with 15 points. On the other side, the Soldotna boys absolutely dominated the Redington Huskies. Final score of that one, 77-42. They had 58 points by the third quarter, almost 20 points per quarter. They outscored the Huskies. It was actually close at halftime. At halftime, it was 37-26. The Cardinals only had the Stars only had an 11-point lead. But then they ran away with it at the third quarter. Then they outscored the Huskies by a score of 21-5. They outscored 16 points in the third quarter. Player of the game in that one for the Stars was Isaiah Goodman. He finished with 28 points. Girls basketball here in this two-game set. First game is the Lady Cardinals taking on the Braves from Edgecumbe. It's 7:30. About 45 minutes. We'll get the boys out of the game. We'll also take on the Edgecumbe Braves nightcap game. Score at halftime in this one. Cardinals trailing the Braves by a score of 44-18. So Braves looking very strong as they did against the Stars last night. We will take a 90-second break, and when we come back, we'll get you ready for the second half action here on ESPN 1140 96.9 on radiokenai.com. Welcome back to Kenai Cardinals basketball. We're 30 seconds away from the second half action here. Cardinals trailing the Mount Edgecumbe Braves by a score of 44-18 after 2 quarters in the books. Cardinals making their way out onto the court. It's going to be Nelson, Wilson, Hirschberger, Miller, and Miller on the court. Elise Miller and Avia Miller. And they'll send the clock to zeros and put 8 minutes on it. And the Braves are going to inbound this one to get it started. They'll be going left to right here in the second half. There's a quick pass over the far corner for a three-pointer. Off the rim, rebound, number 2, Tahira Akaran. And the Braves quickly getting on the board here in the second half. Wilson trying to bring it all the way across herself. Has it knocked away from behind. Can't corral it as she tries to chase it down. And she'll knock it out of bounds. Back to the Braves. Carlise O'Brien bringing it across the half-court line. Passes it over to Bessie Williams. Williams drives through the lane. Has to underhands it, actually, there to Tahira Akaran. Backs it out to Williams, and it goes out of bounds. Williams will inbound. It almost has it stolen by Emily Wilson. Braves maintain control. They get it, and there's a shot up and in. Tessa Anderson. 24 from the baseline. Cardinals bringing it up the far side. That's Wilson. She goes all the way across the court to the near side to Hirschberger. Back to Wilson. Now Wilson will slow it down. Picks up her dribble. on the far side outside the three-point line. Hands it off to Nelson, who came to help out. Nate Nelson drives into the lane. Wilson thought about three. Gets it over to Miller on the far side. Miller tries to go baseline. Has it poked away, though, and it goes out of bounds. Now it goes backcourt. They say it was tipped by the Braves, so the Cardinals pick it up in the backcourt. They do maintain possession. Wilson now with it. She's going left to right. Now halfway between the three-point line and the half-court line. Gets it over to Nelson. Nelson into the near corner. Gets it to Avia Miller. Miller goes bounce pass baseline. Loses it. Carlise O'Brien with the steal. She has to pick up her dribble as she loses the basketball a little bit. Goes all the way down to the near side where she hits Akira, who drives, and she's fouled as she tries to lay it in. A foul from Elise Miller. It's her third foul of the game. First team foul of the third quarter. That first basket is up. And no good. Second one is good, though, for Akira. She's got 3 points here in the third quarter. Hirschberger on the baseline looking for somebody to hit as the Cardinals try and beat the full court press. O'Brien pokes it away, and it goes out of bounds. Cardinals maintain possession. Hirschberger will inbound it from the sideline on the far side. Checking in for the Cardinals is Michael Phillips. Pass across half court, stolen away by the Braves. They try and get it right down into the lane. Saved from going out of bounds by Tessa Anderson. She gets it to O'Brien in the lane. O'Brien drives, it's up, it's off the rim. Rebound Braves, put back up and in by Cheyenne Otten. That's her first points of the game. Inbounds pass for the Cardinals, taken away. Over to Carlise O'Brien. She's going to put it up, and that's good. Her first 2 points of the second half to add to her 17 from the first. Here's Wilson. She's going to drive all the way, goes around baseline, tries to lay it up and in, but has it blocked by Otten. No chance on that one. Otten throws it all the way down to the other end for O'Brien, who was wide open, took that one and laid it up in. Nelson bringing it right to left, back for the Cardinals. We've swapped sides here in the second. 5 minutes and 30 seconds on the Three Bears Alaska scoreboard. Wilson's going to take it all the way around. She goes baseline, under the hoop, goes to the far corner. 3-point attempt is blocked by Nelson. Hirschberger gets it back to the 3-point line. Wide open lane, drives in, puts it up and in. Good. Hirschberger gets her second, third points of the game. 20-55 is the score. Mount Edgecumbe on top of the Cardinals. Here's a drive by Anderson. No good on the shot. That one is picked up by Hirschberger. May have gotten away with the travel there, but she gets it over across the line to Wilson. Wilson in the far corner spins. Hands it off to Hirschberger. Hirschberger to Avia Miller, who drives into the lane. Can't find somebody to pass to. Finally hits Wilson. Wilson over to Nelson. Nelson baseline shot. Near ball over the top of the rim. Knocked out of bounds by Tahira Akira. Checking in for the Cardinals, Grace Kahn. She will replace Emily Wilson, my bad. Avia Miller will inbound this one. Also checking in for the Braves, Cheyenne Steves. She will replace Cheyenne Otten. Inbounds pass is stolen by the Braves. They will go all the way down to the other end. That's Bessie Williams. She picks up her first two. 57-30 now the score. Braves on top of the Cardinals with 4 minutes and 20 seconds remaining on the Three Bears Alaska scoreboard. Hirschberger's pass is mishandled, taken away by Anderson. She's going to drive it all the way down, lays it up, no good. O'Brien on the rebound. She puts it up, no good. Rebound, Avia Miller, and she's tied up. Karen doesn't beat the basket. Possession goes to the Cardinals. Kahn will inbound it to Hirschberger. Hirschberger's going to walk it across the half-court line, going right to left. Picks up the dribble and tries to get it to Nelson in the near corner. Bad pass over Nelson's head, goes out of bounds. Turnover Cardinals. Here comes O'Brien left to right for the Braves. She gets it over to the three-point line on the near side. It's up and it's off the foot of the line. That was Bessie Williams. No good. Cardinals with the rebound. Coming back right to left. Hirschberger has it. foul is called against Carlise O'Brien. That is her first foul of the game. First team foul of the third quarter for the Braves. Richburger has it down at the top of the key, gets it into Avi Miller. She will turn at the free throw line, has it slapped away, pass ahead to Carlise O'Brien. She lays it up and it's good. Braves putting on a clinic here in this third quarter. Richburger takes it all the way across the half-court line. Pass attempt to Micah Phillips is taken away. End over end collision between Phillips and Cheyenne Steves. Braves get the ball and go all the way to the other end, but it goes out of bounds. Hahn will inbound it to Nelson. Wilson and Miller have checked back in. That pass taken away by Tessa Anderson, and she's going to get an easy layup. She tries right back to 61-20. Braves on top of Cardinals by a score of 41 points. It's 45 seconds on the clock. Hahn has it at the top of the key. Works it around to Wilson. Wilson goes down low to Miller. Miller is fouled by Tahira McCarran. First foul of the game. Second team foul for the Braves here in the third quarter. Inbounds pass for Miller. Goes to Hahn in the near side. Now it's over to Wilson. Wilson working it around the perimeter to Nelson. Nelson back to Wilson. Wilson puts up a three-pointer, banks it in. It's good. Three-pointer for Emily Wilson here in the third quarter. Carlise O'Brien's going to try and answer with a three-pointer of her own. It's off the back of the iron. Rebounded, though, by Tahira Akaren. Akaren gets down to Williams. So that's Anderson. Anderson drives into the lane and puts in a floater. Her third bucket of the third quarter. 63-23. Cardinals trailing the Braves. Wilson driving into the lane, and she will be fouled. She'll go to the line. Foul against Cheyenne Otten. That's her first. Team third for the Braves. They're going to swap out all five players. We'll try and see if we can catch up with who all checked in for the Braves. Quickly stolen by Markov. She's one of them. Passes over to Capel. She's another one. Pass down to Cheyenne Otten. She's going to lay it up and in and take a foul. So after getting the bucket, she'll go to the stripe. Clock is still running, though. Clock's still running, even though we're shooting free throws here. 65-23, Otten's free throw is up and good. 66-23, the score here. Braves on top of the Cardinals. Clock never stopped running. I'm not sure maybe we had a person break. So Hahn drives across, has it quickly stolen away by Markov. Now chased down by Wilson. Markov stops, puts it up, and it's in. It's good. Markov with her first points in the second half. Inbounds pass, stolen away by the Braves. And Lucy Capel, she'll lay that one up. That's good. Cardinals trying to get this one in, trying to stem any kind of lead here. That'll end the third quarter mercifully. The score is 70-23. The Braves on top of the Cardinals after three. We'll be back in 60 seconds here on ESPN 1140, 96.9. Edgecumbe Braves from Southeast Alaska. This one is very lopsided in favor of the Braves. They lead the Lady Cardinals by a score of 70-23. That's a 47-point difference. Mount Edgecumbe, very solid play here. There's a inbounds pass from the far sideline, all the way into the near court. That is Micah Phillips. She's going to drive to the basket, take one for the team as she tries to lay it in, and the basket's no good. She takes a big block. Didn't see who they called that. I think it was on number 12. Lucy Capel. So at the stripe for two. Micah Phillips, first one up and in, and it's good. Only 5 points for the Cardinals in that third quarter. Second free throw up and in is good for Micah Phillips. She makes it both. Here come the Braves. Here's a shot from the near side. Three-pointer is good. Camille Johnson gets her first points up. Cardinals driving back the other way. Emily Wilson. You said that went out of bounds off of Wilson, but I'm not sure if you saw that. It clearly went off the foot of one of the Braves, but here they come the Mount Edgecumbe Braves. Markoff in the lane, picked up her foot, no call on the travel. She's going to put it up inside the backboard, no good. And we're tied up on the floor.
Jump ball,
and Cardinals have possession. Kahn will inbound it to Avia Miller. Miller gets right back to Kahn, and the Braves will retreat. Bad pass from Kahn over the top of Wilson's head. That'll go all the way down to the baseline and out of bounds. 73-25 is the score. Mount Edgecumbe on top of the Kenai Cardinals with 6 minutes and 17 seconds remaining in the fourth quarter. Court now, Lucy Capel for the Braves gets it over to Camille Johnson. Johnson back up to Markoff at the top of the key. To Johnson. Johnson on the near side, drives into the lane and has it poked away. Taken away by the Cardinals. Nice defensive sequence there. Phillips is going to bring it across. She is getting draped all over by Johnson, and Johnson eventually gets the better of that one. Steal by the Braves. They go a long baseball pass down to Reagan David. She played in for an easy two. And now a half-a-century lead for the Braves. They're on top 75-25. Kelsey Miller has this one, and she's going to try and get it over to Emily Wilson. Crosses half court with the pass to Grace Kahn. That was knocked away by the Braves, but it goes out of bounds. Alex Nelson will check in for Grace Kahn. Nelson inbounds it to Wilson. Wilson trying to get through the defense of Markoff. Has it knocked away. Gets it over to Nelson. Nelson's going to go up the sideline. Nice move there. She goes all the way around. She goes up for the layup and is fouled by Cheyenne Otten. That's her second. Fourth team foul for the Braves here in the fourth quarter. Alex Nelson at the line. Her first one up, short, no good. She had 5 points in the first quarter, or in this first half. The clock is running, so I'm assuming that we have a mercy rule in effect here. Nelson's second free throw up, another too short off the front of the rim. Rebound by the Braves. And a long pass taken away by Emily Wilson. She's going to drive right to left on the far side. Picks up her dribble. She's looking for somebody to hit after the pass. Spinning left, spinning right. Finally finds Elsie Wilson up near the half court line. Back to Wilson. Elsie Miller. Back to Wilson. She goes baseline, and her pass doesn't find anybody, and it dribbles out of bounds for a turnover. 3 minutes and 45 seconds here on the Three Bears Alaska scoreboard. It's the fourth quarter. Cardinals taking on the Mount Edgecumbe Braves. O'Brien pass over to Tessa Anderson. Anderson's shot is up and no good. Quickly taken right though by Williams. Williams bounce, goes baseline, hits Anderson. Anderson drives into the lane, floater up and in. It's good. It's Anderson's first points of the fourth quarter. 77-25 now the score. Braves on top of the Cardinals. And we'll get a timeout for the Cardinals. Elsie Anderson was trapped in her own backcourt all the way back in the corner. Full timeout, so we'll be back in 60 seconds. Cardinals taking on the Braves here in Kenai. 3 minutes and 11 seconds remaining on the clock. ESPN 1140 is your station. Optics 12. We'll be back in 1 minute. Welcome back to Kenai Cardinals basketball. Girls, Lady Cardinals taking on the Mount Edgecumbe Braves. Mercy Rule is in effect here. The score is 77-25. Sierra Hirschberger was driving baseline and she was fouled by number 23, Cheyenne Otten. That's her third foul. Hirschberger's first free throw off the rim, no good. Hirschberger picked up 1 point in the first half. She has 1 bucket in the third quarter. 3 points total. See if she can push that to 4 here. If she can pick up this second free throw. Puts it up, and it is off the rim. No good. Rebound by the Cardinals, or by the Braves. That was Tahira Akaran, but flying in was Alkia Miller. Tied it up. Jump ball. Possession goes to the Braves, though. They're going to pass it ahead here to Carlisa O'Brien. She quickly gets it over to Anderson. Anderson tries baseline, lays it up off the backboard, rims in and out, no good. Tapped out of bounds. Possession staying with the Braves. 77-25 is the score. Braves on top by just over a half century, 52-point difference. That shot blocked by Avia Miller. Hirschberger is going to bring it back, going right to left on the far side. Almost loses the dribble, turns, gets it to Emily Wilson. She's around the 3-point line on the far side. Taken away, stripped by Carlisa O'Brien. She goes the other way, lays it up for an easy 2. She has a bucket in every quarter so far this game. 1 minute, 20 seconds on the running clock as the Cardinals come back the other way. Hirschberger loses the dribble and it goes out of bounds. And the Braves will take over again here. 79-25 is the score. Braves on top of the Cardinals. It's the fourth quarter. 100 ticks remaining on the Three Bears Alaska scoreboard. Braves working around the outside. 3-pointer up, no good. Markoff on the shot. Rebound is Capel. Capel gets it back out to Johnson. Johnson drives, puts it up. It's off the rim. Rebound brought down by Reagan David. David goes in, shot no good. Rebound again to the Braves. That was Markoff. She puts it up and it's no good. Kenai is going to inbound this. Clock still running here. Hirschberger is going to inbound it with 20 seconds to play to Emily Wilson, who will quickly move right to left across half court. Wilson gets it back to Hirschberger at the top of the key. Hirschberger tries to split the defense, but she can't. That foul is going to go against number 12, Lucy Capel. That's her third. And with the running clock, it's going to expire before Hirschberger is able to get her free throws. So that's the final score, 79-25. Mount Edgecumbe Braves on top of the Kenai Cardinals here in this one. We'll take a 60-second break and bring it back. Welcome back to Kenai Cardinals basketball. Well, the final score in this one is 79-25. The Lady Cardinals fall to the Braves of Mount Edgecumbe. Very lopsided score here, but some good takeaways for the Cardinals. We saw some solid play, especially in the low post. Elsie Miller looked very solid. Alex Nelson had a nice string of action in the second quarter where she picked up 5 straight points. One of them on an and one after she had the foul. But as we said, final score is 79-25 in favor of the Mount Edgecumbe Braves. Let's run down the total for points for both teams. For the Mount Edgecumbe Braves, number 1, Camille Johnson had 4 points. Number 2, Karen, 9 points. Number 10, Reagan David, 4 points. Lucy Capel had 4 points. She's number 12. Carlise O'Brien, she had 25 points for the Braves in this one, 17 in the first half. Brooke Markoff, 7 points. Bessie Williams, 7 points. Tessa Anderson, 14 points. And Cheyenne Ott, 5 points. Over on the Cardinals end, Sierra Hirschberger had 3 points in the game. Alex Nelson, 5 points. Emily Wilson, 5 points as well. Micah Phillips, 2 points. Grace Kahn, 4 points. And Elsie Miller had 6. It's time now for your Pizza Boys Player of the Game. Player of the Game is sponsored by Pizza Boys. Today's Player of the Game will receive a certificate for a pepperoni pizza. For pickup or delivery, call 907-260-4800. Soldotna Pizza Boys sponsoring the Player of the Game, 907-260-4800. Your Player of the Game today for the Cardinals is going to be Alex Nelson. She had a great sequence, as we said, in the second quarter. Very solid defensively as well every time she was on the court for the Cardinals. So she picked up 5 of the total 25 points for the Cardinals in the game. Your Pizza Boys Player of the Game for the Lady Cardinals is Alex Nelson. Last night's Player of the Game, Emily Wilson. Tonight, again, Alex Nelson is your Pizza Boys Player of the Game. Give Pizza Boys a call, 907-260-4800 for pickup or delivery. Pizza Boys in Soldotna, the official sponsor of the Player of the Game. Don't go anywhere. We have about 17 minutes until the Cardinals will take on the Mount Edgecumbe Braves for the boys' side. We'll take a break for about 5 minutes here, and then we'll get you right back for pregame action. We'll get you right into the Sweeney's pregame show for that one. I'm Nick Sorrell on the microphone for you this evening. Thank you for coming along and joining us on this journey here. Craig Young Tournament. It's the 2023 Craig Young Kenai River Challenge. Soldotna Stars and Kenai Cardinals representing the peninsula in this one. Stars falling earlier, are winning earlier, both teams, ladies and men, against the Reddington Huskies. And as we just saw, the Cardinals girls team falling to the Mount Edgecumbe Braves by a final score of 79-23. When we come back after this break, we'll get you into the Sweeney's pregame show for the Kenai Cardinals boys taking on the Mount Edgecumbe Braves. This is ESPN 1140, 96.9 FM, and RadioKenai.com. Thanks, Race. I tell you, yeah, you go 5 minutes. Actually, you know what? Just kind of keep it going, and let's not say a hard 5 minutes. I'm going to try and do a couple of things, and I'll run use the restroom. When I come back, I'll let you know when we'll go off, okay? All right. Good. Thank you very much, sir. Hey, Race, you can read back after this one. Welcome to Kenai Cardinals basketball. It's the nightcap. Cardinals boys taking on the Mount Edgecumbe Warriors. We are live from the Cliff Massey Court in Kenai, Alaska. It is the Craig Jung 2023 Kenai River Challenge. I'm Nick Sorrell on the microphone for you tonight, along with Race Lee back in the studio. We are about 6 minutes away from opening tip-off. You're listening to Cardinals basketball on ESPN 1140, 96.9 FM, and RadioKenai.com. In 60 seconds, we'll get you right back here for the Sweeties pregame show, and we'll have the Cardinals taking on the Mount Edgecumbe Braves. Back in 60 seconds. Thank you so much for joining us. Welcome back to Kenai Cardinals basketball. I'm Nick Sorrell on the microphone for you tonight. Cardinals taking on the Mount Edgecumbe Braves. Last night, the Cardinals took on the Reddington Huskies. They fell in that one by a final score of 56-39. Big star in that game for the Huskies was Doyle Bond. He had 33 of the Huskies' 56 points. Player of the game last night for the Cardinals was Reed Titus. The Cardinals were trailing by about 17 points in the third quarter, and Titus cut that one to just over 10 when he had back-to-back three-point shots. Nice string, nice run for him to get the Cardinals within striking distance. Unfortunately, the Huskies continued to make it rain three-pointers themselves, and the Cardinals were unable to close the distance. Head coach for the Cardinals, Nolan Rose, has been a great coach for the Cardinals for quite a while here. For Mount Edgecumbe last night, they took on the Soldotna Stars, and they ran away with that one. Final score of 79-36. You want to talk about making it rain three-pointers. I believe Mount Edgecumbe hauled in in 7 3-pointers in that game. They were led by Rylan Armstrong with 17 points in the game in that one. So the Cardinals are going to have their work cut out for them here tonight. They will have to ramp up the speed if they want to keep pace with the Mount Edgecumbe Braves. Those boys coming up here from the southeast. They move very quickly all across the court, and they've got some point scorers for sure. We'll take a 90-second break, and when we come back, we'll get you right back into the Sweeties pregame show here on ESPN 1140, 96.9 FM, RadioKenai.com.